Okay, we're live.
Okay,
right.
Sergeant, if you could begin your recordings. The PC recording is underway.
You'll let me know when I could start.
We will.
Backup is rolling.
Ms. Jones, are we good with the cloud?
The cloud's good.
All right, Mr. Polite, if you would take us away. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good morning and welcome to the remote hearing on rules, privileges, and elections. Will council members and staff please turn on their video at this time? Thank you. To minimize disruptions, please place all cell phones and electronics to vibrate. Chair, we are ready to begin.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to the Committee on Rules, Privileges, and Elections. My name is Karen Kostowitz and I am chair of the committee. Before we begin this hearing, I would like to introduce the council members of this committee who have joined us today. Minority Leader Stephen Matteo, Councilmember Adrian Adams, Councilmember Margaret Chin, Councilmember Debbie Rose, and Councilmember Mark Brager, and the speaker will be joining us also. I would also like to acknowledge Rules Committee Counsel Lance Halevi and the staff members of the Council's Investigative Unit, Chuck Davis, Chief Compliance Officer, and investigators Andre Johnson Brown, Alicia Vessel, and Ramses Booten. Today, the Rules Committee will consider certain changes to the membership and chairmanships of the standing committees and subcommittees of the council. Pursuant to Rule 10.20 of the Rules of the City Council, the Committee on Rules, Privileges, and Elections can recommend an amendment to any rule of the council with the allowed vote of the majority of all council members. Today, we are hearing a preconsidered resolution that would amend Rule 7.00A by changing the membership and chairs of certain standing committees of the council and the finance, and land use subcommittees. This rule change requires a majority vote of all members of the Committee of Rules, Privileges, and Elections. Resolution amending Rule 7.00 of the Rules of the Council in relation to changes in membership and chairmanships of the standing committees and subcommittees of the council. Resolved pursuant to Rule 7.00A of the Rules of the council does hereby consent to the following changes in membership to certain standing committees and the land use subcommittees.
Chair Kostowitz?
Yes.
I think you switched to perhaps the wrong page. You were on page 3, pursuant to Rule 7.00A.
I don't see that here. Okay. Pursuant to Rule 7.00A, 7.70A, and a majority vote of all council members pursuant to Rules 7.00 and 10.20. I will read the changes. Resolution amending Rule 7.00 of the Rules of the Council in relation to changes in membership and chairmanships of the standing committees and subcommittees of the council. Resolved pursuant to 7.00A of the Rules of the council does hereby consent to the following changes in membership to certain standing committees and the land use subcommittees. Standing committees: Consumer Affairs and Business Licensing, Diana Aiello is the new chair. Menchaca and Kalos will be joining that committee. Contracts. Councilmember Jonai is joining that committee. Criminal Justice and Councilmember Powers is leaving that committee. Criminal Justice, Councilmember Riley and Van Bramer are joining that committee. Economic Development, Menchaca is leaving that committee. Education, Councilmember Riley is joining Education. Environmental Protection, Councilmember Yeager is coming off. Finance, Councilmember Jonai is coming off. General Welfare, Councilmember Holden is coming off. And Governmental Operations is adding Councilmember Levin. Land Use. Councilmember Riley is joining Land Use. Mental Health, Disabilities, and Addiction. Chair is Councilmember Lewis, and Riley will be joining that committee. And coming off will be Councilmember Aiello and Councilmember Van Bramer. Oversight and Investigations, Councilmember Gibson is the new chair. Parks and Recreation, Councilmember Riley will be on that committee. Public Housing, Councilmember Riley will join that committee. Public Safety, Councilmember Holden and Councilmember Riley will be joining Public Safety, and Councilmember Vallone will be coming off of that. Rules, Privilege, and Elections, Powers and Vallone will be joining us. Sanitation and Solid Waste Management, Councilmember Riley will be joining that committee. Women and Gender Equity, Councilmember Diaz will chair that committee. That's Dharma Diaz. And Councilmember Rosenthal will come off of that committee. Youth Services, Councilmember Riley will join that committee. And subcommittee changes, landmarks, public sightings, and dispositions. The chair will be Councilmember Riley. Boy, he's a busy man. Capital Budget, Councilmember Gibson is coming off, and Councilmember Rosenthal is the chair. I think. Does anybody have any questions?
I would just say that for the full and accurate listing of all changes, please see the full text of pre-considered resolution number 1528.
Thank you. No questions? No hands raised? I guess
No,
none.
Chair Kozlowitz, no hands are raised.
Okay. Now we'll call upon the clerk to take the vote on all items from today's hearing. Mr. Martin?
William Martin. Yes, thank you. Good morning and Happy New Year, everyone. William Martin, Committee Clerk, roll call vote, Committee on Rules, Privileges, and Elections. On pre-considered resolution, Chair Kozlowitz.
I vote aye, and congratulations to all.
Chin.
Oops. I vote aye.
Thank you. Rose.
I vote aye.
Traeger.
Vote aye.
Adams.
Aye.
Matteo.
I vote aye.
Thank you.
Okay,
By
we
a vote
are.
of 6 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstention, item has been adopted by the committee. Chair Kozlowitz.
Okay. Thank you. And we will now hold this committee hearing open.
The speaker's about to join.
Okay, good.
Speakers on the floor.
Okay. Council member, Speaker Corey Johnson.
Thank you, Chair Kozlowitz. I vote aye on all.
Okay, with that, today's meeting of the Committee on Rules, Privileges,
1
and
second.
Elections.
Madam Chair, one second, please. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
Final vote now in Committee on Rules. Preconsidered resolution is now adopted by the committee 7 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions. Thank you, Chair Kozlowitz.
Okay, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.